So I spent the last 4 nights camping out in my mom's backyard to make sure that I am warm enough before I go out on my winter adventure. Me and Nix are going on a 2-month long camping trip across the country to see what we can get into and to find a place potentially that we both will grow to love. So over those last 4 nights, I've really been dialing in and making adjustments to my sleeping system to make sure that I'm warm enough and to make sure that Nix is warm enough and comfortable sleeping in these below freezing temperatures. So the first layer that I have on my sleep system, and it's really cheap and something that I would highly recommend for almost anybody who's looking to do outdoor camping to add, is this reflective pad right here. I got this from Home Depot. I got a 10 by 25 inch sheet of it or roll of it for $9.97, 10 bucks. Highly recommend. It creates a nice thermal reflective layer for you between you and everything else. Next, what I picked up is what you typically find for most camping is this Z-fold closed cell foam camping pad. This is the Nemo version of it. I picked it up just at the local REI because it was on a really good deal for Black Friday. Next, on top of all of that is this REI Helix inflatable pad. This is great insulated pad. I believe it has an R value of about 4.9. And I really, with these 3 layers, again, it's been 15 degrees. I feel like I don't feel anything from the ground and it's almost like comfortable. I mean, I'm not going to be jumping on the bed, but I feel like I'm not getting any hot spots or pressure points with these 3 layers here. And then because I will be car camping and maybe a little bit of backpacking, but it's primarily going to be car camping, I have just a regular pillow from my house. And then for the sleeping bag and everything that's going to go on top of me, this will change one more time. I ordered a sleeping bag because I am right now borrowing a sleeping bag from my dad. This is just a synthetic sleeping bag from Yukon or from Rock. I don't really know. I can't really find any information on this bag online. It doesn't seem to exist anymore in any way, shape, or form. There are other sleeping bags from Yukon, but that doesn't help me. And then, so I'm using that. It's synthetic and it's been in a compression sack for a long time. So it's kind of lumpy and you get some random cold throughout the night. Then inside the bag, I have this Sea to Summit Reactor Extreme. It's just a small fleece line thing. This is more for my own personal comfort. I think it's super cozy to have this touching my skin instead of this polyester fabric. And then on top of that, I just picked this up yesterday. I used it last night and this made such a difference. This is the Rumple Original Puffy Blanket. I picked it up from Sierra for like 50 bucks when it regularly retails for like 110. So I feel like that's a really good pickup. It can also go into a cape and I can wear it around camp or just kind of like wear it on my back. And then most importantly, for the pup, I cut out a bit of this Reflectix and I put it on his bed or underneath his bed. And then for right now, as a stopgap, I have this fleece blanket that he will curl up onto. But I also ordered from REI, again, great deal. It has a closed cell foam pad and some synthetic down insulation. It's meant for dogs and it folds up nice and neat. So I ordered that as well and that's coming in tomorrow. That's going to be much more comfortable for him and hopefully a lot warmer. Still going to keep some of this stuff like that Reflectix. It just keeps things cleaner. And if it helps, it helps. If not, it's not that heavy. And then also that fleece blanket just to make sure that he is cozy. He is a snow dog. He's an American Akita, but I want to make sure that he is comfortable, especially at night. And in Alpine, I don't know exactly what the temperatures are going to get like. I've done my research. I found that the average is about 15 degrees overnight, but I don't know. It could get crazy. And I want to make sure that me and Nix are prepared for that. And then for myself and on myself, I have a base layer that I wear, just like a cheap Ozark Trails base layer. And then I wear wool socks. And then on top of my head, which is really important with this sleeping bag, especially because the hood's not big enough to go over my head. But the reactor is, which I do zip up and cinch over my head, which is really comfy actually. I wear a toque or a beanie. And then I also wear a neck warmer pulled up over my nose. Keeps my nose nice and toasty because my nose was getting a little cold the first couple of nights, and wearing that last night, I didn't have any issues with it. So those are the things that I've done thus far to make sure that I'm comfortable, both me and Nix, while sleeping in the tent over this winter. The other thing that I'm sitting on right now is this little foam pad. My dad had it. I don't know what he had it from, but he said he usually kneels on it when he's doing like yard work or anything. And I like to sit on it or kneel on it when I'm in my tent doing whatever. It's a nice little thermal barrier between me and the ground, and it makes a huge difference in how much temperature you lose. So those are the things that I've done to kind of play around and figure out what camping and sleep works for me. Hopefully you learned some stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.